What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What is going on, everybody? This is your man Dre Mac, along with Mika G and Bluminati, coming to you with another episode of the Blurred AF. And today we're going to go over a video that is circulating through the interwebs of white Latinos. That's what it says on there. I didn't make this, I didn't say it. So don't be coming to me. You know what I'm saying? We ain't white. I ain't say that. It's what the
The whitest
video
of
said.
Latinos.
Yeah, that
Latinos
these
can be
like
white. Why
yeah,
Latinos can be white?
some people, just like if
Spanish
you
is
tell
just a
an
language.
Italian they white, they might beat you up for it.
Well, Spanish is just a language.
I know. But some people are, hey, black is a color, but we sitting around talking, we black. I ain't no Afro-American, I'm black. All right. So
Look at
yeah, Mika over there getting her drinks and stuff together. But hey, look, I'm just trying to be as respectful as possible. But this is what the video, I didn't say it. This is what the video said. So it is from Cindy's Villa is what we're going to be reacting to today. I went to go see Sinners last night before I came home. I was out of town, visiting family. Well, I mean, we had a funeral and with family and all of that. You know what I mean? So we decided, me and my brother, my sister and my cousin, we decided, hey, let's go to the movies. They were like, what do you want to watch? I like Sinners. They about to get this extra this extra money for the weekend. And they really liked it. They really liked it. So,
That's good. That's good.
so I really want to get into this reaction video with you guys to see what you guys think. We're not about to be on here for 3 hours, 2 hours,
That's
even
what your mouth
hell,
say.
hour and 10 minutes.
Nah, we ain't going long today, Mick.
No.
We going.
You know how many times I've heard that?
No,
Nah,
no,
it's-
we're not.
And
going
then
into
No,
was
we're
SpongeBob,
not.
y'all, at 3 hours. I'm like, 3 hours later.
Nah, hell no, I can't do it today. I
going
didn't
into-
even. I still have to watch The Last of Us season 2.
Oh,
I
you
mean,
ain't
season
watched it
2,
yet?
episode 3. I haven't watched because I literally to keep myself awake. I watched Too Fast and Too Furious, and you know what? That started to be one of my favorite Fast and the Furious movies.
Sad.
Yeah, I'm
Too
dead
Fast.
serious. I'm dead serious. It's I still think it's better than what people were making it out to be, especially after I watched Fast and the Furious. They watch Too Fast. It's way funner movie. Way funner movie. Way funner. So I think, especially after what we got now with the Fast and Furious franchise, I think I like Too Fast, Too Furious. I think he gets a bad rap. But anyway,
I think Too Fast, Too Furious is dope.
I think it's fun. I think it's super duper fun. So, but yeah, we gonna talk about we go talk about this white Latino. This is what it says. I didn't make this. Cindervillas did it. She said white Latinos crashing out on black people for not including them in the Sinners movie.
The white Latinos, man.
I'm just,
Why is
so
that?
I
How you acting? It's white Latinos.
I didn't say it. I'm saying they said it. I'm
Like it's
I'm
literally
I'm
white.
saying, why you acting all defensive?
I'm exposed by you.
Why you acting like that? Like
I don't want the
it's gonna be
Latino
coming for
community to
you.
come after me.
I wish y'all would come for me.
I ain't got the energy right now. I'm happy. I ain't got the energy.
I want all the no.
Mika wants all the smoke, y'all. I am too tired. I'm too tired for the smoke.
The white Latinos voted for. Never mind. Come on. Listen.
We're not here for
All
that.
right.
We're here to talk about this article.
That's right. That's right.
All right. Let's go ahead and get this thing started. Let's go.
What does this button do?
All right. Before we get started, let's see who is all in the hazy, fashizzy, groovy V. What's going on? What's up? Toria Ray Reloaded. For real, Toria, this is what we doing. Carol Black, what's up? What's up? What's up? Xavier Phoenix, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Deron Malik, what's up? What's up? What's up? Let's see who's all up here. Sheed is up here. What up? What up? What up? What up? What up? Roberta's up here. So yeah, y'all better not have that cussing spirit. Y'all better not have it. Yeah, Happy Ray, what's up? Good morning. Good morning. Good afternoon. What's up? What's up? What's up? What up, real talk? What's up? What is up?
Real talk.
What's up? He said, "What's up, Tommy?" So Latino, man. Then
White Latino.
I was look.
Not
I
all
was,
of them.
Just.
the-
He said, "Just the white ones."
Just the white
Nah, it was funny because I went to school with this girl from Chihuahua, Mexico, and she was like, "You're the same color as my daddy," and I was shocked because all the other Mexicans, were way lighter than I went to school with. You know what I mean? So she had to give me the whole rundown. You know what I mean? So that's why I said I didn't say it. I'm not about to be the culprit. They said it.
They could talk to me.
Let him be, man.
Talk to Blue and Mika. I just say
Don't talk to Blue. Come for me.
You can say talk to her. Okay. But I'm with it. Look, I'm
okay.
telling you.
I will correct you in a heartbeat.
I'm with it.
All right, so I wanted to go over this video because I was going to do it myself, but since y'all here, I can get some other perspectives and get over on this. And let's go ahead and get started. Let's see what they're talking about.
Community is a bunch of hypocrites talking about they want representation in black art, black movies, when they don't even give representation to the black people in their own community.
Bombastic side eye.
Wait, hold on, wait a minute. Wait, did I miss something?
Yeah, what was that?
Hold up, did I miss something? Hold on.
No, you didn't hear what he just said.
Yeah, maybe I miss. Okay, it says Latino and Hispanic community hide the black people in their communities. They're black, have no representation. Is what? Yeah. Now that's what I was saying about the Mexicans in Chihuahua, Mexico being my complexion. I didn't know that until somebody pointed it out because she was asking me, "Was I Mexican?" and speaking Spanish. I was like, "I have no idea what you're saying, lady."
I'm happy. Let's go. Mm-hmm.
The Hispanic community is a bunch of hypocrites talking about they want representation in black art, black movies, when they don't even give representation to the black people in their own community.
Bombastic side eye.
All right, this is this young lady, Cindyville. Go ahead and we're gonna check this out.
Hey guys, it's Okara Cindy. Welcome back again to another video. How are you all doing? I trust
I'm about to say she got that. Is that Caribbean or am I tripping?
you guys are having a beautiful time today. If you are new to this channel, hi. Thank you so much for clicking to watch this video. So people are reacting to the movie called The Sinners. I don't know if you have seen this movie. It is trending on TikTok. A lot of reviews, a lot of comments.
I'm gonna start calling it that. The Sinners.
No, you're not.
Coming from the Asian community, from the Latino community, from the black community, which I'm gonna show you this video. But I do not want this video to be too long, so I'm gonna split it into 2 or 3. I need you to please stick around. Today's video, we are gonna see the Latinos' reactions, because some of them are saying that, or mad that they were not included in the movie. So perhaps some people might be asking, what's up with this movie? Now, The Sinners is a 2025 American.
No, y'all can't
start. That's her thing. Let her do that.
Horror film, written, co-produced, and directed by Ryan Coogler, set in 1932 in the Mississippi Delta. The film stars Michael B. Jordan in dual roles as twin brothers who returned to their hometown to start again only to be confronted by a supernatural evil. Like I said, I haven't seen the movie yet, but on TikTok, I don't know why some people are asking others not to go see the movie. So let me know in the comment section if you have seen it. I am so eager and anxious to see the movie. I understand it's a horror movie. Okay, I love horror movies. So I would go and see this movie, and of course, I would give my review. But then again, the Latinos are crashing out on TikTok. Like, they are angry that they were not represented in the movie. And also,
Pam, you are not right. You are playing.
I'm trying to focus.
You up here making shots and the scene. I'm trying to watch everything. The scene. I want to shout out Pam is up in here. Pam is up in here. Baltimore is up in here. What's up? Let's keep going. The scene.
and also, I just want to let you know that the movie is being regarded as the best movie of the year. You can see the reviews and, of course, the 5 stars. So I don't know why some people are saying that the movie is not nice. And again, asking others not to go and see the movie. Anyways, I have put together a few videos from the Latinos. Let's just hear what they are saying. And of course, I'm going to show you some screenshots of comments. Check these videos out.
Latinos, come here for a second, especially if you have my complexion. Come here for a second. This is what we're not going to do. We're not going to sit here and complain about not being represented in a story that we don't exist in. I'm sorry, but we're not there.
No.
Let's do a history lesson. Now, this is over here. You can see where those red lines are.
That should be it. Like, that should be
the end of it.
Mississippi is over there. There is the dominant immigrants in different places. And Mississippi, no Mexico. Let's fast forward to the time of this movie, 1930s. No Mexico. But we could have been there. We could have been there in like small, like, but why would we be thrown in there if we weren't there dominantly? Like, these are our dominant places. And yeah, different sad history was going on. We were getting booted at the time. But what about Chinese settlers? Why were there Asian people in this movie? Because of historical context. It's almost like this director, Ryan Coogler, a black man, made a movie about black struggle in the 1930s, sharecroppers. We weren't there. You know how inspiring it was to watch this movie?
Killing it, like,
so well for Ryan Coogler to get the deal that he got, to be doing so well, like at the box office. I bought tickets for IMAX to see this. I never go see IMAX. Like, no, I'm not going to expect it from him because it's not asked of us when we make movies. And I had forgotten that I had already blocked this man before. What is his name? Matthew Torres, who has, first of all, forgotten about Black Latinos. I believe he was the one that talked about Miles Morales not being Latino because he was Black, and coming for indigenous communities as well.
Damn.
And you know what? It took me one Google search, because his main thing is that Ryan Coogler stole from Dusk Till Dawn and didn't credit any influence for it. And it took me one Google search to see that he called Robert Rodriguez one of his big heroes. And he talks about Dusk Till Dawn. So get the fuck out of my face. Maybe before we come for a black director who has worked his ass off, who is incredibly talented, and has gotten to a point where he can use Hollywood money to make stories about his people for his people, which is incredible. Maybe we need to start looking inward at our own communities and how representation is a little fucked there, you know? Maybe we should look at what he has done and be inspired that it is something that is achievable. Call me crazy, but should we not be excited, maybe congratulating and being so happy for Ryan Coogler and what he has accomplished? Should we not be going out to support these movies and Asian movies and Native American movies and Palestinian movies and more Latino movies, and making sure that everyone is supported so that we can see ourselves on more screens instead of fighting? Do not understand. Trying to tear another group down instead of being inspired by that group and wanting the same for ourselves, wanting more artists who tell our stories for us.
As someone who primarily talks about Latin American horror cinema and Latino representation in horror films from the United States, I feel the need to say I am perfectly happy with the film Sinners, and it didn't even occur to me that there needed to be Latinos in this film because you know what? It's not our story, and that's totally okay. Plus, horror tropes are a thing. Like, there's going to be similarities with past films, and yet Sinners still feels original and unique no matter its influences. Plus, Ryan Coogler included Asian and Native American people in this blockbuster horror film that's doing outstanding numbers, and it deserves to be celebrated. This film is a huge win for Black horror cinema, and in my eyes, that's a win for POC horror cinema in general, which I will always be happy to see.
I don't know who needs to hear this and how many times I need to say it, but I just want to let you guys know that when Black people make something, they make a film or a TV show, and Latinos come out and say, well, what about when will Latinos get a turn? When will Latinos get a turn? That it's inherently racist, and especially because it plays into the erasure of Afro-Latinos. Black Latinos do exist. They really do. And most of us only find our representation in Black films because Latinos won't allow anyone darker than a sheet of printer paper to star in any of their Latino stuff. Let someone who looks like Karol G be the face of Latin America and then fuss and whine when Black people make their own shit. You fuss and whine about representation and wanting Latino representation, and then when a Black Latino like Jarrell Jerome's wins an Emmy, right? And then you whine about how no Latinos win Emmys, and everyone's like, well, what about Jarrell Jerome? And then you go, well, not a Black one. We obviously didn't mean a Black one. And ironically enough, it's really funny because in Sinners, I kept thinking, hey, the number one problem here in this film is that the Black people were too understanding, too compassionate, and too welcoming to strangers, right? They should have never let Haley Steinfeld's ass in there. And they let her in there out of the good graces of trying to show someone compassion, even though white people had never shown them compassion in return. And you are literally doing that right now, asking and demanding that Black people be open and compassionate and share their spaces and their stages with you, even though when the foot is on the other side and you're making a Latino anything, you don't invite Black people. You don't make sure, let's make sure that we have Black people representation. You don't do that. 50.
Hold on, wait a minute. Do y'all agree that they shouldn't have let Mary in the juke joint?
Mary was that? Well, we can. Mickey, you can handle that.
Mary was family, yo.
Mary was family.
She was family.
She was family.
Like, that's the only reason why
that she got in
because she was
literally family.
She was family.
She was literally family.
Everybody knew her.
Yeah,
right,
to the whole
community.
Like she wasn't white to. She was white, but she wasn't white to them like that.
Right. To them, she was like they knew her backstory. They knew where she came from. So that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Mary got a pass. Her mama took care of Smoking Stack. So yeah.
Right.
She get
which
in.
Means her mama, which means her mama would have been on the darkest skin tone too, because a white woman ain't taking care of no Black babies or no Black children. You know,
because like I said, it's fresh in my mind because I went to go see it last night. So her daddy was mixed, right? Which means and her grandfather was mixed.
Her grandfather,
grandfather was mixed, which means her mother was still a quarter. You know what I mean? A quarter Black, and she could have had the same skin tone or even darker than Mary. You know what I mean? And what she said, the KKK tried to lynch her. You know what I mean? Lynch her mama. So
yeah, and of course, like Blue said, she was a Black parent taking care of Smoking Stack. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, I agree with her up until she said that about not about Mary. Like, she family.
Yo, shout out to my son and his friends.
That's nice. Though.
What's up, Ryan and Kobe? Shout out to
my son to get in here. My son ain't never stowed up in my
10-year-old son and his friends.
My child know better. Come in here.
All right. He said, what up, Torian, with the $5 super chat. Thank you. Mary character was very in alignment with Haley's actual heritage. Absolutely. Yes. Because her grandfather was Black and Filipino, which means he was dark. Because Filipinos are not nowhere close to light. There are a lot of them are dark. So most definitely. So let me give you this real quick, and we gonna get back.
I done came up, got my name up. So when they speak of who blinged up, I'm who they bring up.
All right, let's keep going.
See movies starring all white people come out a year, and it's quiet, and it's not until black people do something that all of a sudden Latinos want something too. How dare the black people do it and not give it to us first? Don't care, and you don't dare to ask the white man for shit, but you sure will demand something from the black people.
Oh damn, TikTok. I got a shadow ban for that type of language.
And when other people are celebrating a huge victory and moment. I have the flu right now, and I think I got it because I went to see Sinners in the movie theaters because I got sick like immediately after. But what I've been thinking is, like, as soon as I get better, I want to go back into the theaters to watch it again, or I want to watch it at home. And I'm a Latina. I've been seeing all of the discourse around that video about why Latinos are not featured in it, and I just like going crazy watching the video. I left that movie theater. I gave it 4 out of 5 stars. I was like, wow, what a great movie. It was so creative. It was so different. I've never seen anything like it. I left that theater feeling curious about Black history, like Irish history, Chinese history, like in America, and was like excited. And I think it's really hard for films to create curiosity around history. I think it's hard for history movies to do that. Sometimes it can be like really boring or predictable or whatever. And I'm saying this as someone who used to be a US history tutor. Like, I get it. Like, sometimes they're not very exciting, but this movie was so creative, interesting, layered, well written, well thought out, and just made me excited. You know, it was like something different. I've been having a lot of time looking at videos about the movie and breakdowns and like Easter eggs and references and historical things, and like seeing all of those breakdowns make me want to give it 5 stars because I'm like, oh, I just like didn't understand like this, and this. And now that I've seen these videos, I understand it. I want to watch it again and like am excited, you know? And I can recognize when the moment's not about me in this movie. Like, recognize when the moment is not about you and appreciate what it is for the communities that it represents, because the layered and thoughtful work that went into crafting this to make something so compelling and that would make people interested and curious and excited about history, leaving that theater is amazing. It's a hard thing to do. I think there is something to be said.
Let me stop it. Why nobody has that discourse when all you see is white films and nobody comes out from these communities and say, you know what, I have a hard time seeing myself in these films.
I was just about to bring that up too. You know, we're the only people. We do a black movie or whatever and let it go #1. Now all of a sudden everybody's breaking it down saying representation. But if this was Zorro, right? Since we're talking Latinos, if this was Zorro, ain't nobody like, oh, well, where are the black people at? I can't believe Zorro or whoever the director is of Zorro, where the black folks at? Like, ain't nobody doing that because black folks understand where they at, time periods and all types of stuff. Like, we are cognizant of, you know what I'm saying, our surrounding areas, which is, it's wild that nobody else is. You know what I'm saying?
They be like, oh, this movie took place in 1920. I know my ass ain't in there.
You're right. You know?
Obviously about, you know, Hispanic people not really being represented in movies or stories not being told. That is very fair and valid. I don't think this movie was the one to tackle all of those things. Like, to put all of that on one movie is kind of insane, especially a movie that wasn't intended for us, and that's okay. There is art made by Hispanic, Latino, Mexican artists, movie makers, playwrights, everything, and use, you know, if you have a platform, you can use your platform to highlight those things instead of focusing on this one movie that you're expecting to carry the story of all groups or something. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me. Like, it did such an amazing job weaving together, you know, 3 or 4 actually, because of the like indigenous stories, cultures and backgrounds, and like weaving that into one thing is amazing, like an amazing feat. And if you feel like there aren't any stories that highlight what you want to be highlighted, write them, write a play, write a movie, direct a movie, invest in young filmmakers and education. There's like a lot of avenues to do that instead of like trashing on a moment that isn't ours. I'm from the US-Mexico border, and I've been writing a book about that experience because in media, there's like a one-track mind when it comes.
I'm not gonna lie, she's kind of boring when she speaks, but I'm trying to let this go. Godly, I'm holding on.
She made her point, but now she just she's trying to toot
her own horn. Now she's
now she's like, well, I got a book.
She made a point, she made a point, but now she's dragging it.
yeah.
it comes to people from there and what it's like to be from there.
Okay, I want
that
where does
is
she end?
just
Oh my god,
not representative of what it actually is like to be from there.
I'm sorry.
And that's like, go write that thing. Go write it.
I'm gonna take a sip of my morning coffee before I say what I'm about to say. You know what? Who cares? What the hell is wrong with Latinos? What the hell is wrong with us as a whole? Like, seriously, we need to start talking about this. It first started with over half of us, 60% to be exact, voting for the orange tyrant, voting against our own people, our own interests, and we're seeing how that is playing out. You know what? We're not going there. Then the Latinos had the caucasity to go on Beyonce's internet attacking Black people for not rioting in the streets like they were doing during the Black Lives Matter movement on our behalf, when it was the consequences of our own actions that got us here in the first place. Like, how are the caucasity? Like, seriously, that is caucasiousness. And to add insult to injury, there are Latinos
wait a minute. Caucasian from the sinners and the Caucasianness. Oh, that's a new word to me. Pop. Caucasianness.
Internet attacking sinners, Ryan Coogler's masterpiece, because there wasn't Latino representation. First of all, don't come for Ryan Coogler, okay? Because while Latino people are just bending the knee and kissing and licking boots just to get invited into the room, let alone a seat at the table, Ryan Coogler was like, F that table, I'm gonna make my own table. Period. Beyonce was like, F that table, I'm gonna make my own table. And they now are inviting their own people to these tables for these opportunities. And you have the caucasity, because that's what it is. Y'all acting like the white people that they want to be so damn bad to be accepted by so damn bad because there's not Latino representation. Y'all are confusing representation with the showcase that was Sinners, the history lesson that was Sinners. Like, it's not the same. What makes me so sad is, when did Latino people become like this? When did the orgullo, the pride, dissipate into thin air? Like, when are we so accepting of bare minimum, a little cameo in the movie, or just like invited to their spaces that they don't even want us in? Like, when did
they wanted Frank in the movie?
We need to have a talk. We are not okay as Latino people. As a Black Mexican American, okay, so I'm both. Can Black people just not have their moment? Can Black people just not have all the flowers that they're given right now? Because make no mistake, what is happening amongst Hollywood and the entertainment industry in regards to Black people bulldozing these doors open and creating their own lanes and creating their own spaces, it's beautiful. It is. Man, I'm getting goosebumps because I am so damn proud to be Black. You know, I'm so damn proud to be the other, you know, like I just, and then you have Latino people coming in here trying to.
She mixed.
She mixed.
Oh, okay. I thought she was trying to call Black the other. Like, hold on now.
She mixed.
Black, the other white meat.
She's mixed.
My bad.
Nah, she's mixed, but you know, if they made a story about how the conquistadors from Spain and Portugal came to Mexico and what color is those people were, you know what I mean? Then a lot of these whiter, light-skinned Latinos that are mad will have a totally different aspect of what their culture is. Because I have a book that it was, I got it on PDF form because the actual book was $10,000. It was called America, where they actually showed it was a Spanish writer who wrote this book about the explorations of the conquistadors coming over from Spain and Portugal and coming into the Americas for the first time after Columbus. And they drew what these people look like. Yeah, but
they look like
they look like you, Blue. I'm just saying. What'd you say, Mika?
My complexion.
Yeah, they look like Blue and Mika's complexion. They didn't look like, I mean, I'm just saying, you know, they was a little dark. So in all through Central America, all the way up to Mexico, you know what I mean? But let me keep going. Let me shut up.
Right on the coattails. It's like, create your own damn freaking lane. Some Dusty on TikTok want to compare Sinners to From Dusk Till Dawn, which, make no mistake, From Dusk Till Dawn is an iconic movie. One of the baddest women to ever grace the earth was in that movie, Miss Salma Hayek, who created a scene that is so iconic, and I understand that, but how can you compare the two? I'm not getting the correlations, because From Dusk Till Dawn was representation. You just have Latino people in there, but there was no history lesson. There was no displaying our culture so beautifully like Sinners was. You know what I mean? It's like, when did we get like this? Why are we all of a sudden like this in droves? Because like I said, it wasn't even half. It's not half and half. It was over half of us. You know, it all started with the election that kind of put it on display, right? But
she is bad.
My gaster is flabbered. I just don't know what to say. I don't know how we got like this, and we need to stop. We need to freaking stop and get out of the way, because this is Black creators, Black directors, Black musicians' time to shine. You know, Black actors. Like this is their moment. We don't need to try again to attach ourselves and hoping that they, you know, maybe create a lane for. No, we can do that for ourselves. We can do that for ourselves, and we have been. Why are Latino people acting like we're not creating spaces and, you know, creating our own lanes? And there's so many Latinos in the entertainment industry that are doing this for us as well. Like, I don't get it. Now I'm gonna have my sip of coffee, because I'm done. I'm shook.
Well, it was only a matter of time. Here come the Latinos and Hispanics. They mad they don't have representation in the Sinners movie. I don't know. Was Black Panther not enough? We got to share everything that we do for us. When it's good and it hits, it's got to include you too. We can't just be
I mean, all Black people got beat up by water balloons in the movie, and it was nothing but.
Was Black Panther 2 not enough?
Black Panther 2 was literally
a Ryan Coogler movie.
Right, Mexican history. Literally, and second history. Jesus, Lord have mercy.
Be like, yeah, we want to do this big one for us.
I didn't like that they were basically Atlanteans, especially with the racial word that they associate with Mexican people. But it was still their representation. But you know what I mean? Just saying.
Literally a Ryan Coogler movie.
What?
Why is there no Latino representation in Sinners? This has to be by far the most dumbest question I've seen and the most dumbest take I've seen over a movie. I haven't even watched Sinners, and I can tell you right now that the time and place of the movie, there was no Latinos in that area. The time and place of that movie has proper representation for who was living in that area during that time. Director Ryan Coogler, he gave us a Latino representation when he did Wakanda Forever. So I think he gets a pass on this movie that has nothing to do with Latinos. It's Black history and Asians and Irish people. So everyone responding to this video, like, why are you guys or why are y'all making a big deal? Please do not put us in the same category as this person. We are not. He is most likely rage bait, but he is not us. Those that watch the movie enjoyed the movie, and those that haven't watched the movie, we're looking for babysitters so we can go watch the movie. And to add on, you're saying that he copied another movie. Or at this point, he copied Twilight, Vampire Diaries, because there's a lot of vampire movies out there. Lastly, as a Mexican, it's 2025. We don't claim to be Aztec. If you're Aztec, you know what tribe you come from, and you claim your tribe. So please. If Mexicans don't take him serious, other people shouldn't take him serious. Why is there no Mexican representation in the movie Sinners if there's a lot of Mexicans working in the Mississippi Delta during that time? Yes, you're right. There was a lot of Mexicans working in the Mississippi Delta in 1925 to 1930. The movie Sinners takes place in 1932. You know why Mexicans stopped working in the Mississippi Delta in 1930? Why it makes no sense to add them in the movie Sinners during that time, because there was no more Mexicans in 1932? Do you know why? Because of the Mexican Repatriation Act. What is the Mexican Repatriation Act? It's when every Mexican, whether you were born here or you came here illegally, was deported back to Mexico. If you're Mexican and you watch the movie Mi Familia, you know where J-Lo comes out before she became Selena, you see the character that J-Lo's playing gets put on a train and sent back to Mexico. I was during that time. So in 1932, there was no more Mexicans in the Mississippi Delta working on the cottons because they all got deported to Mexico, especially in those areas. Let me make another video with a quick breakdown of what that act was and how it affected a lot of us Latinos, and how because of that, there's a lot of Latinos that don't speak Spanish, and it still affects us to this day.
The Hispanic community is a bunch of hypocrites talking about they want representation in black art, black movies, when they don't even give representation to the black people in their own community. Look at Telemundo, Univision. Look at all the Robert Rodriguez movies. Where is the Afro-Latino or Afro-Mexican representation in those movies? They don't even give black people in their own communities representation, but yet they complaining about representation in black movies and black American art. It's so sad that Ryan C had to give representation to the melanated people of their community in his movie, right? That's the only representation they got on a large scale, on a large film, was through a black American man. Their own people didn't even put them on. When is the Latino Hispanic community going to create something and then put black folks on? Because the first people y'all put on, if it's not other white Latinos or white Hispanics, is white people. Let's take Dust to Dawn. You have two white men as a representation of this Mexican movie, Hispanic movie. It's sad that the Latinos and Hispanics hide the black people in their community. Just tuck them away like they're homeless.
So I took some screenshots of comments randomly so you guys can see what other people said about this whole situation. You can please pause to read this comment if you want to. Okay, so I just want to ask a question to these Latinos that are complaining that they were not included in the movies. Hear me out. Hear me out. So have you guys ever complained to white people about not being represented in their movies? Have you guys, I'm just asking a genuine question because I don't understand. Y'all really feel so comfortable, coming for black people. Like, black people cannot have things for themselves. Like, this is pure black. Like, this is for only black people. Like this.
Don't you feel like that sometimes? Like, when we really have something, we can't enjoy it because they be like, well, where I'm at. Or where's the trans, where's the LGBT community at? Where am I represented? Like, damn, can I just tell this isolated story about this black experience without all these other things getting thrown in there? But like, well, I want it because when we watch white movies and stuff, I never say, damn, where we at? Unless it's in the area. Like if Compton in 1992 was all white, then I'm gonna have a problem. You know what I mean? Washington, DC, in certain parts of Washington, D.C. in the 90s, if it was all white in one area, when there's black people there, yeah, I'm gonna have some issues. But a show like Friends, nobody said, hey, where the black people at? Where the Mexican people at? Because they were in there. There were no black people. Black people didn't come along until season 5, where old girl that's a comedian, where she came along. You know what I mean? So I'm just saying, we never say this. And they try to make it seem like well, where we at? We just watch movies.
We just watch.
We don't never. We know. Yeah, because we already know. You know what I mean?
They only want to be in it when it's not Menace to Society or Boys in the Hood. If it's something that's like highly touted and praised, they want to be in that shit. But let it be Tyler Perry's Escape from Monday Escapes from the Looney Bin. They don't want to be in that shit. Oh, my bad, Roberto. I'm sorry.
This is what we're gonna do for ourselves. And then when black people are doing that, you guys will just come on social media coming for them, saying, "Oh, why is it all black?"
I'm so mad. I'm thinking about
why do y'all really give some energy to white people? Like, do y'all make videos like saying, "Oh, we were protesting and you guys didn't come to support us, or you guys didn't stand up for us"? Do you also do that? Because I know that you guys really want to be like them. Like you guys really want to be in the same space, in the same room with them. Black people are allowed to do their thing, to have all black movie, to have all, just leave them alone. Write your own story, create your own thingy, do your thing. Like some of you, your people said in those videos, write your stories. Just let black people be. Anyways, you guys, let me know what you all think in the comment section. And thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like this video, share, comment, and of course, comment.
So what Pam said about history being so important, this is why we need history in the classroom, because if everybody, if most of us, the three of us, graduated from high school, we went through history classes where they talked about stuff like this. They taught us this. We knew that there were no Mexican people in the South during the 1930s. We knew this. But this is the reason why history is needed, because we have people that get up on this on Beyonce's internet without Googling a damn thing and just be saying whatever out of their mouth. Like, come on. It's not an easy Google search would have showed you, like, hey, there weren't no Latinos in Mississippi in the 1930s. They all got deported. They all lived in what was called Mexico, which was actually Texas and California at the time.
Right.
It's just to me, it just amazes me how quickly that a lot of people forget about certain parts of history.
The Spanish people was white, because I think people forget that Spain is in Europe. A lot of people forget that.
Yeah, people that's literally Western Europe.
Paintings of people from Spain.
A Spanish person is a white person.
Thank you.
Right. The Spanish became white completely. Started to become completely white after 1492, and it wasn't because Columbus sailed the ocean blue and none of that other shit. It was because of the Inquisition. That's what it was. That's what it was. Because when I called FamilyTreeDNA.com and said, my thing says RM269, my Heplo group, and that is in Western Europe. But I used the phone just like this. And I said it was in Western Europe, and I'm black. Matter of fact, I'm blackity black. What is this? And she was like, you have to understand that the Out of Africa movement, black people still living in Spain and Portugal. And I said, word. So what I did was I went on Beyonce's internet. I think it was still between Michael Jackson and Beyonce's internet, but I'm gonna give it to Beyonce.
Internet.
I don't think Mike ever had the internet.
Mike ain't never had the internet. It was Al Gore's internet first.
Al Gore.
It was Al Gore's. Yeah. But what did I do? I just looked it up. All I did was look it up, and I found more paintings, the Moors living in Spain and all of that. And I was like, oh wow. And then I heard, and after that, but in classrooms, they only taught the history that was in those books. You know what I mean? When I was in my history class, you know what I mean? So they only told what was in those when it was in those stories. Nothing went past that. Nothing went back past the medieval times, unless we were talking about, not even medieval, unless we were talking about the plague, the Black Plagues and all of that went on in Europe. But we never got taught like past that. You know what I mean? Like early century. I didn't, and I went to a predominantly black school.
What you talking about, like the 1200, 1312?
Yeah, just early century. There's
Middle
early
Ages.
century
You talking about Middle Ages?
Yeah, Middle Ages. You know what I'm saying? What they call the Dark Ages. Now, I know why they call it the Dark Ages, because there was a lot of black people living in certain places in Europe that you wouldn't think they lived in, like Germany and Spain and Scotland, Ireland, all those particular places. You know what I mean? So,
yeah. That's what I'm saying. This is why history is so important, and because when period pieces like this come out, people that don't know their history or don't know history period are gonna come and be like, "Where's our representation? Where are we at? Why are there Asian people in there and not us?" Like, dude, we literally have computers, little mini computers at our fingertips.
This is a little
you could
full
Google
computer
that.
at your hand. Yeah, a full computer at your hand. Unless you got a jitterbug, there's a full computer in your hand.
That might work too.
Literally, right? But that you can literally look up.
But here's the other thing: when Beyond the Heights, or I think that's the name of the movie, Lin-Manuel's musical came out that was about Latino people in New York. Did you hear any black person say, "Hey, where the black people at"?
No,
we lived there too.
We did too. I mean,
we did live there.
Yeah, we
did.
did.
Didn't hear anybody saying it was mostly the black Latinos that were saying
that.
Ain't
right. That ain't our story. It wasn't our story to even jump into.
It's In the Heights. That's the name of it.
Yeah, In the
Heights. Yeah.
We
knew what you were talking about.
All-encompassing movie. Like, this is not an all-encompassing movie. This was a pinpoint, one day. You know what I'm saying? Well, actually, one day, one night in this certain part of America, this town, this. That's all it is. It's not an all-encompassing everything moving, white folks coming in and out, black folks, Mexicans, Chinese, native, you know what I'm saying? Like this was not even Smoke and Stack's story. This was Sammy's story.
Literally Sammy's story. It didn't have nothing to do with the twins. They were side characters.
Right. And I literally remember Robert Johnson. Was it Robert Johnson, the guitar player? I remember watching his story on Netflix where somehow the devil came, he made a deal with the devil. And I remember watching that whole like hour and some odd documentary on him. You know what I mean? This was like an adjacent to his story. You know what I mean? This is just, it's almost like, I think Mika, you said this. It's like there's 4 or 5 short stories in one movie that you're getting. But I wanted to show y'all because y'all don't think I'm capping. I want to show y'all this is the book I was talking about because I wanted to be fair, and I want to show y'all this. This is the book I'm talking about called America. What color are them folks? This up there? What color are them folks?
Yep.
This was Central Mexican, you know what I mean? Area. The Central America and Mexico. This y'all story right here. This is y'all story right here. Them folks ain't as white as you think they are. And this is when the Spanish was coming over to the Americas, the Central America and Mexican America, and conquering your people that look like me, Mika, and Blue. I'm just saying, I don't want to go into because this book.
But that's the white Hispanics. Got to think what side they on, man. They not on that side that you just pulled up. That ain't the side they on.
I don't even think. Honestly, I don't even think the white Hispanic Latino community is complaining. It's that one dude. Like I mean, we literally watched 6 videos. Michael something.
Nobody cares.
It's that one dude. Like you literally are seeing people of fair skinned Latinos standing up and saying and saying, yo, like F this dude. You know what I'm saying? Like, why are you complaining? Like, where was your complaint? Did you, like you said, did you hear black people complaining about being in the Heights? No, you didn't. You didn't hear about black people complaining about being in Moana.
I'm gonna start complaining about shit like that. Just random stuff.
Like, why didn't you go complain about Moana? Why didn't y'all go complain and say there was no representation in Snow White and the 7 Dwarfs? Like,
it's what's dope. You bringing up Moana. What's his name who played Aquaman? Jason Momoa. They're doing a story about Hawaii trying to get his when it was being conquered, it was trying to get its independence. It's gonna be one black dude in there. His name is Tony.
Which, if you look at King Kamehameha, when you look at King Kamehameha, what color is King Kamehameha?
Yeah, no, they. When I was over, I got indoctrinated, to tell you the truth, in the culture over there when I was young. Man, I stayed in the South Pacific, but they all look like us. Their hair was just a little bit straighter, wide nose, thick lips. You know what I'm saying? All
breathing all the white man's air.
All the white man's air. Breathing it in, man. But all the Polynesians, look like that. They look like, you know what I'm saying? Like they were very resembled us. So
why you think you see a lot of Polynesians marrying either black women or black men?
Yeah,
like The Rock.
Yeah,
is a prime example.
It was crazy. The slaves over in Hawaii were a big thing over there. The Hawaiians and the blacks really commingled over there. Not so much no more. I don't know, the Hawaiians is wild now, but they really commingled back in the day during like James Cook and all of them when all of that was happening. They was bringing the slaves in to do the sugar cane and stuff over there. Yeah, man. It's the story, the Hawaiian story, the Polynesian story is it really ain't no different. America is America everywhere. You know what I'm saying? Like it's just
right.
Yeah.
Right.
That guy's stupid.
Matthew Torres is his name. Not Matthew Taco. We're not calling him Matthew Taco. We're not gonna call him that, Torres. Matthew Taco.
I'm just saying he's stupid.
He's Taco Bell.
But that again, but it
A white
When
Mexican.
Stupid.
Taco Bell is white Mexican food.
I'm not going there with you.
I'm not. I ain't touching it.
I thought y'all wanted to smoke.
I said if they came for me.
Yeah, I don't want to
give
smoke
us the
Taco
smoke.
Bell though. Taco Bell might be a little too straight.
Right.
Oh man, what you saying?
The guy's just dumb. Like he's stupid. Like don't sit up here and act and be like, oh, where's the representation? Maybe do your Google search before you get on Beyonce's internet on
internet.
And I hate to say, everybody don't need representation. Let whoever tell their story, tell it.
I think that's the thing. It's okay. So anytime you do anything, you do any medieval story, right? Or you even do a fantasy medieval story. If we're casting it, we get the shit kicked out of us on the internet.
Yep.
Why is black people here? Nobody asked for that representation in our with dragon. There's not real dragons.
There's dragons and y'all worry about black folks.
Black people in a movie with dragons. Like what the hell?
Fictional time with black people in it.
Exactly. I'm talking about we get the crap kicked out of us on the internet.
Remember they was mad at Moses Ingram.
Come on, just vibe.
About the way that she was
just
talking. Right. Like they was worried about Moses Ingram and how she had right. They didn't support Blue Beetle. I thought they would because they was like Latinos make up a real big populace of movie going people. And
they did not watch that movie
for Blue Beetle.
Oh, we feel like it wasn't. They didn't represent us right.
That's crazy.
But you're right. Moses Ingram got the shit kicked out of her online, got death threats, all of that, because she so happened to be an inquisitor in a fantasy show.
And they was talking about the way she talked. Why does she talk like that? It's in a galaxy far, far away. Do you know how to talk? Do you really know how to talk?
Where we just had the last movie, my man was drinking milk out of some slug-looking cow thing. You know what I'm saying? But that's what you're worried about.
She sounds like she's from Chicago. Like,
so what?
Maybe the part
maybe
of the
that's how they talk
from,
in the galaxy far, far away.
Come on, man.
The galaxy she come from? I mean, come on, dog. Yeah. Why did she wear her braids? Right? It was like it's some of the, but when
but they don't be mad when it's a British accent. If it's a British accent, we good.
Hell
the
no.
is everywhere, right?
Yeah.
Because they established like
in the far west.
but it's crazy because they associate that that British UK accent as being a higher standard of or more prestige than you're just talking American or whatever. Because remember, they were trying to get the Wakandans to be British. What the fuck? Why? Now, I'm not going to say, I'm sorry, Roberta, because I got, it's the cussing spirit in me. Yeah, it's the cussing spirit is coming in me. But I mean, but they won't tell you the story of how King James was black. Let me shut up. Or his son.
They did. Come on, Sean.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. They complained about that too. Why is he not talking in the British accent?
I knew he was. I mean, but he was where he was from. He was from where he was from. He wasn't from that area. He wasn't from Rome. And nobody. How did the Romans talk? Anyway, somebody answer that. How did the Romans talk? How did they sound way back then?
In Greek, they spoke Greek. And so everybody, if you want to be historically accurate, Greece, Rome, especially Rome, was a melting pot of that society, of that
the world
was the
at that time.
New York of that time. If you want to keep it a buck, you know what I mean? So, for one, why everybody ain't speaking Grecian then? Then, if you want to complain that everybody should be speaking American, we should be reading this to subtitles. Then everybody should be speaking in Grecian.
Or
if you want to keep it a buck.
Been speaking Italian.
So
they shouldn't have been able to understand each other.
Just saying. Waves.
I'm just saying they shouldn't have been able to understand each other.
Exactly.
And if you was expecting Denzel with one of the thickest New York accents as an actor to come in us and speaking
exactly.
Come on, man.
Exactly.
That's like asking T.I. to go up there and do that shit.
Didn't they bring out a movie that he tried to speak in a British accent, it just didn't work? They showed a clip of it.
Jamaican.
Was it Jamaican?
It was.
Are y'all? Wait, hold on. Don't you do the Mighty Quinn like that?
Yeah, the Mighty Quinn.
Don't you do the Mighty Quinn like that? Don't you do
it? Was the Mighty Quinn.
I forgot that's Mika's movie. I forgot that Mika like Mighty.
I forgot. Quinn like that. That is my movie.
Yeah, I forgot.
Torian's stupid.
I'm just saying.
Not the Big Olive.
You stupid for that one. Hey, shout out to Torian for the $5 super chat. That's a big olive. I'm weak. All right, let me go ahead and give you one because I know you'll like it. Body roll.
Super chat body roll.
Every time I see that, I'm mad at the cameraman just going straight to his pelvis.
That's why. Why do you keep playing that?
Because look at the face that you're making. That's why.
No, you literally was like, I'm mad every time he zooms in on his pelvic. Bruh, you was getting into pick a different body roll.
I need to get that one from the girl, it's just your body when he with the girls and he turns around and they start doing it with him. You know what? in the music video.
Nope.
It's the Roman Empire shouting.
The Roman Empire
FTI.
Oh man, you okay over there, Mika?
I took a sip of water.
Exactly. That's what see again. That's why I always get on people. Just don't rely on your education that came from school. There's way more than that. They just want to pass you so you could be a worker ant. There's way more to it than meets the eye.
You have a computer at your fingertips. Use that damn thing.
They don't like to use it unless it's a TikTok. If TikTok ain't telling them, they not finna go.
They not. Yeah. Hell no. But what did you guys think about this?
Some of them went in. Some of them went in. Some of them
that
was
one
long.
Girl was just talking too long.
Some of them
That's the only one.
I mean, but she made some valid points.
Mm-hmm.
And then she was like, I'm also writing a book about, how we're not represented in da 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 da.
I'm writing a book on the Black and Latino relations in America and why. There were no Latinos in Mississippi during 1932. You should come. Link down below.
I wish you would have just.
I got Google up right now.
I literally all you got to do is see is Google if Mexicans and Black people was working in them sharecropping at the same time.
I literally put 1930s Latinos, and the first thing that came up was the Mexican.
Oh. No. No.
Well, it literally says that they were deported during the matter of fact, it was right after the Great Depression. And the Great Depression it hit a lot of Mexican immigrants hard, so they either got deported or they went back to Mexico on their own.
And trust me, if there was an ethnic group that was side by side with blacks, they would let you know.
They sure would.
They will let you know.
That's why I always tell people anytime somebody gets into it with me about the South and white people in the South. I was like, you have to understand there's two classes of white people in the South. There's ones that grew right along with black people, the
poor whites.
It just is poor and they got along with black folks. And then you have the ones who got a little money in their pocket and start acting uppity, and then and they created really the racists, because back in the day, you used to have white folks that would go on raids to whoop elite white folks' asses with black people in those plantation raids. They wore red bandanas, and that's why they called rednecks, because they wore red bandanas and went on those slave revolts along with blacks. Irish and a lot of Irish and Scottish was right along with them. A lot of people don't know that though. You know what I'm saying? So even when it was revealed that Remick was Irish, I was like, if you know history, if you really know that part of history, then you would know that. You know what I'm saying? That they wasn't too far off. So I had to give them a lot of props on that. Oh, wow.
But that's why we got to start complaining about stuff. So
I applaud that.
Now I got to go complain about Crazy Rich 8 or Rich 8. Were there black people in it?
No, you don't.
I got
No, you
to.
don't.
Every
No, you
movie.
don't. No, you don't. Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
Mm.
Just wait for the next movie that has a predominantly white cast and
Hey, Chris, you
start
good?
complaining. Where's the
No,
black
I want to
people in
do.
it?
Okay, okay.
It's got to be a period
You're
piece, though. It's got to be a period piece.
You
Oh,
got to be a
period
period piece,
You got.
and
Okay,
it can't
you're right.
have dragons in it.
Right. Can't have dragons in it. Can't be. No, it's got to be a
Look,
period piece.
but like Professor Film, let's just keep it real. That's why I always complain about the anti-hate bill or the anti-black hate bill. Where is it? Because this is exactly what anti-black hate, anti-black is. When we're making a film that represents what it really looked like in the Delta South, where my grandmother came from you know what I'm saying? She wasn't from Clarksdale, she was from Yazoo. You know what I'm saying? They got a problem. They have a problem because it's black people telling their story. That's what it's the problem. It has nothing to do with how great the film is, how great the music is, cinematography. You know what I'm saying? The costumes, all of that. It has nothing to do with that. Black people are successful, and I don't like it. That's all it has to be.
I don't.
But it wasn't
Exactly.
even.
Thank
I
you,
don't even
Pam.
think it. I mean, majority of us, yeah. I mean, majority of it, yes, black people. But I think they're mostly pissed at other.
They were mad because Asians was in it.
Asians was represented, Native Americans were represented.
They were there. They still here. Shit.
Like
My bad.
I think they were mad because they didn't get their representation in the movie. And again, a simple Google search would have told you that they were not there at that time,
right?
During the 1932.
And the Chinese are still real heavy in the Delta River
in the
Valley.
South. That's why I said my boy when he was talking about he had a Louisiana style cuisine in Baton Rouge, and he's just as Vietnamese as you could possibly get. They talk like somebody from Louisiana. I was like, brother, where you from?
You heard the daughter, Daddy.
Daddy, hey, I ain't gonna lie. Daddy.
Daddy definitely wasn't from Mississippi. Daddy was definitely from Chicago.
Exactly. And did you see her mama change up her dialect?
Mm-hmm.
When she was around smoking stacks, she was like, yeah, you a soldier, you know what to do.
Oh yeah. Mama got gangsta in a heartbeat.
You know what I mean? So even though we had black people, few black people, they still complain, and there's a goddamn dragon in there. Sorry, Roberta, there's a dragon flying around. There's a dragon, and they were mad at the black people. Why is black people here? As a matter of fact, they did the same thing with the hobbits in the Lord of the Rings series. Like, why is there black hobbits? It's hobbits.
Black hobbits? Where do they make those at?
they don't exist.
Right.
Where do they exist?
We know they don't exist, but we
they
know
don't
they exist today.
It's a fictional film, y'all.
It's a fictional character, y'all.
Token to be rolling over in his grave if he saw a black hobbit. He probably would, though. Ain't no lie. He probably would be rolling up in his grave.
He probably would. You're like, he probably would. I don't know, Token. You know what I mean? I can't speak to Token's character, but if they wasn't black when he was there, he gonna be mad at black now. I'm just like it is crazy. Is because it's privilege. They think some of them think they're so ingrained in this that we can't be in no fantasy. You know what I mean? They really, if you can just see it with Black Panther and why we were so hard. I was so hard. I ain't gonna talk about we. I'm gonna say I was so hard to recast T'Challa because it was anti-black. That's all it was. It was super anti-black.
Anti-black.
You know what I mean? And to kill off the character, all of that because it's basically you're just being anti-black. You be like, we're gonna put you in the roles that we want to put you in. You know what I mean? And if we want to elevate you, we're going to elevate you putting on the white man's costume and not your own costume. That's why I have a problem. You know what I mean? That's why I went so hard for me personally, why I went so hard for Black Panther. It wasn't because I'm just the biggest Black Panther fan of all time or anything. No. You know what I'm saying? But I can see the anti-blackness on it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Yeah. And not giving opportunities and all of that. It's a trickle-down effect. That's why I went so hard. But exactly.
I want to be a vampire.
Yeah. I want to be a werewolf. I want to be a werewolf. I want to be a
vampire.
I think that's what the Choctaws was. I think they
werewolves.
Yeah.
You think so?
I mean,
nah.
I think
because if they would be dope. But they even tell you at the beginning of the movie. But they even tell you at the skinwalkers.
That's what a werewolf is.
That is their history. Skinwalkers.
Oh, they would have been represented too much, Mika. Never mind.
Oh, sorry, my bad.
That would have been telling too much of their history.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
Well, I want to be a monster. Shit. What monster could I be?
Yeah.
Look, after I seen Silver Bullet, I wanted to be a werewolf. I'm not even gonna lie.
I think it'll be dope. They were talking about it on Threads today, because they was asking should it get a sequel, and I said nah, they shouldn't do a sequel. Remember, I was talking about they should do anything like a Stephen King type situation, different anthology type stuff. Right. And I was saying that
that an anthology series would be dope.
No, it would be dope. It would be dope. But I was saying this. I said, what if he did like how Universal did Monsters?
The Universal Monsters.
Yeah. What if it was something? This is his vampire story. He does a werewolf story, maybe with the Choctaw Indians. Creature from the Black Lagoon could be the native, could be the Latino.
Stop.
I'm just throwing things out. I'm just trying to help everybody get representation, man. Just trying to get everybody
They didn't exist in the 1930s, but honestly, like I sat and thought about it, I was like, if Sinners was to get like, let's just say hypothetically a prequel, right? Like the way I thought about it was because Smoke and Stack both said that there was more evil in Chicago, and that's why they left and came back, right? So what if there were werewolves in Chicago during that time, right? Almost like a wolfen.
Some of the gangsters,
you
know what I'm saying, were actually were undercover werewolves or something. That'd be dope. And then you can still tell the Smoke and Sack story,
right? But they don't know nothing what's going on. They just know it's bodies dropping.
Right.
We got to get the hell up out of here.
But the only contradiction is watching the movie and how Smoke was so surprised about his brother. A matter of fact, about Mary chewing on him and stuff like that. They would have had to see that beforehand, so they wouldn't be surprised at that. So remember when Smoke walked in and Mary was chewing on Stack, and
but it still would be the same thing because. Like,
but they don't know. Yeah, they wouldn't know what's going on
about vampires. They don't know what's going on in Mississippi.
With vampires,
with the vampires in Mississippi. But they did. But again, they mentioned that they dealt with some demons. You know what I'm saying, in Chicago. So like, if we're gonna do it, like make the mob werewolves,
right? And them calling them demons, that's just them using their language and calling them demons, but they really werewolves, and they don't know. They call them demons, but just demons, because how ruthless they might be, right? So they still don't even know that they're werewolves. So we can get Smoke and Stack doing whatever they're doing, but the whole premise of whatever's going on, werewolf killing. Moon is
that's how they end up stealing.
The money.
They end up getting the liquor. Well, no, the money was different. The money they stole from the bank, according to what Spotify said. But the liquor itself, they stole from the mob.
They stole from the mob.
So make it to where they steal from them because they're like, damn, they on some supernatural bullshit.
I mean, but you can have Lycans versus, what's it? The Lycans and the
some underworld.
Yeah, like some underworld type shit.
I say don't bring the vampires.
Don't bring the vampires in it because you already set them up from there. Just straight up werewolves.
And that's the reason why they leave. Because not just because they stole the money, not just because they stole the liquor, but also because they stole the liquor from the mob that just so happened to be werewolves.
Let me answer this question. The reason they were going to get rid of T'Challa anyway because of money, because Chadwick was bold enough to ask for more money. You know what I'm saying? And they were talking about making his sister Black Panther then when he came and asked for more money because he already signed his contract, and they were like, how dare you? So I just wanted to kind of put that out there. But yeah, I do like the simple fact. I do like the premise. If you're going to do it, you know what I mean? Like, what if they, like the reference of the Haze, what if the Haint is the werewolves?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
because
calling
them that.
Annie was like, this ain't no Hank. Like,
Yeah,
no, no,
this
no,
ain't
no,
no
no,
Hank.
no, no, no. Wait,
Yeah,
no,
yeah.
These are different.
It's
But
a demon,
right? Like Smoke and Stack is like, we dealt with this before. We dealt with that BS before. This is something different.
Different. Yeah, that would be good. That would be good because you could do a prequel piece just based on that. Now the only thing is incorporating the music and everything, because I think this is different because you're incorporating the music and everything in Sinners. How do you incorporate like
Culture.
a different theme in that? Like you got to have a different thing. Because you're dealing with the Italians and the Irish, right?
Yeah.
Now you got the Italian representation. You go ahead the Irish representation. You know what I mean?
I mean, you can do the cultural things up there.
Yeah.
I mean, you have to remember that Smoke and Stack's dad also did the music thing too. So what if at one point in time, and they ended up with the guitar somehow, right?
They ended up with the guitar.
What if at the time one of them was actually into playing? And I don't want it to be like an exact, in my mind, this is my little creative brain cooking. I don't want it to be like an exact replica of what Sinners was. Like Sinners was based on the music, right? Like I want it to be, it would have to be something different. Like it has to be its own culture, right? But maybe it focuses on, them trying to open up, something, their own joint up there. And it's like the Italians in the, the Irish are like,
we ain't having that.
Nope.
Right.
Because the Italians didn't fool with black folks either.
Exactly.
They wasn't in the, they were there, but they wasn't there. They only use a lot of black, especially just listen to Michael Franzese, talk about the history of the mob. Black people was used and then discarded, basically.
The Italians had a big presence in, I want to say, Galveston, Texas at the time. It was called Freeport, Galveston, Freeport. So around that time, Galveston, Texas.
Yeah,
they had a big presence of Italian Americans then. So that's something you can deal, even if you want to connect it back to the South, you can still do that with Texas, working the way up to Chicago. You know what I'm saying? You can have some bootlegging. It could, a bootlegging.
It's gonna be bootleg. It's gonna be bootlegging in there. But you take that story, but you set it in, 1920 Chicago during the Depression, coming from the war, or you're going into the 1930s because you're into the Great Depression at that time. So you set it in the 1930s, early 1930s, right before they leave. You know what I'm saying? To go back to Mississippi. But like you said, Mika, you and Blue, you incorporate them being werewolves and all of this stuff, and then you what was it called, the necklace that the
Mojo bag,
smoke, the Mojo bag, how Mojo that bag comes into play. You know what I'm saying? That you do that prequel, like she gives him the Mojo bag before he goes to up to Chicago to make that money, because there's just. Was it? Did they go? They
before he went to World War I.
No. She gave him one before they went to Chicago. And he had it on the whole time that they was in Chicago.
So there's a 7-year time period that you could tell multiple stories if you wanted to, but there's 7 years that they wasn't in Mississippi that you could tell. You know what I mean? That could fill in another movie if you wanted to. You know what I mean? So.
That is true, Sean. That is true.
Let me get to the super chats real quick, and I'm gonna get to Sean's thing. It said Ayanu is a fantasy series based on Nigeria, Yoruba folklore, and the city of Benin. Anime nerds complain copying Avatar: The Last Airbender. I mean, because it's black.
And it don't copy Avatar
at all.
It doesn't.
But because it's black, that's all it is, because it's black. But let me go ahead and give you this.
Gang banging, gang banging, gang banging.
Thank you for that, Buck Thoughts. Thank you so very much for the 49 super chat. We need y'all in the writer's room ASAP. I guarantee if we thinking about this and they seeing the success on the second weekend of the success of it, you thinking Warner Brothers ain't sitting there like, hey, Ryan, I know we signed that deal for you getting this back in 25 years, but We need to milk this for all we can get. We need to milk this.
Right.
What's up, Erica?
Yeah, because you know they're going to do it. You know what I mean? So I guarantee you, Ryan is probably thinking, if I do a sequel, would it be able to top the first?
I read something today about Ryan having reservations, even though he got to do Black Panther 3, but he was like, all the people that I looked up to as far as directors and stuff like that, who I all studied, they had their own IP. Going back and doing something like that, he was like, I think he kind of might be overdone with that. I know he got to fulfill it. Well, I don't even know if he even got to fulfill.
He got to fulfill. Yeah, he got to fulfill Black Panther. He has.
I don't know
because that's part of his contract. But that was part of his contract. It was a 3 movie.
Even
it was
Feige,
a 3
even
solo
the way
movie
Feige talks is like, you know what I'm saying? But he could be just like they can recast my guy. They can recast Coogler and get him.
But I don't think Nate Moore would do it. But I do understand where you're coming from.
Nate Moore
but his last project is Black Panther 3.
I think
that's his last
project. He got a lot of stuff on his plate. He got X-Files that he doing, right?
Right.
He said it's something else that I think he said he was doing before he even goes back to Black Panther 3 or back to Marvel. I think in his mind, yeah, I gotta go do this, but even if he does it, I don't think he's gonna put a lot of love or care into Black Panther the way that they think that's gonna happen. I really don't.
Like I said, as long as he just do the movie so we can get it over with, I want to see more out of the Sinners universe. That's what I want to do. But let me go ahead. Again, the Buck Sauce, thank you so very much for the 49 super chat. Let me go ahead and give you this.
For me? For me? Oh, I can't believe it. Thank you, boy. Oh, you're the best friend.
Thank you so very much for that. For the super chat. I'm trying to get back to that Sean comment. He
mentions that.
Yeah, the only way that blows up, that werewolf synopsis is smoke. Is that Smoke told Annie, I've been all over the world. I ain't seen no root or hoodoo, only power.
I'm gonna go ahead and no, I'm just joking. I'm joking. I'm playing.
No.
With that being said, that would probably be something that he would tell her, right? And great, yes. Granted, Smoke ain't holding. He not gonna hold back. He gonna tell you the truth. He gonna tell you the truth and nothing but the truth. So help you God. But at the same time, to almost make it seem like what she believed in didn't have no effect on him. That sounds like something he would say. You know what I'm saying? Just to be like, I've been all over this world and I ain't seen none of that. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of, and not to say he wanted to diminish her light, but that's how I kind of got it. Was like your hoodoo bag don't mean nothing. But she was like, but then you see how quickly she quickly proved him wrong and was like, you still got that bag around your neck though.
Yeah.
That's why you ain't seen it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But also in the telling of that, how I would do it, I wouldn't even have the twins even know what's going on with the werewolf stuff.
That's what I
like. They don't even have to know what's going on.
Blue.
They come in, they always might be late to the party. Dead people, they don't know what happened. Shit, they go bear mauled them or something. You know what I'm saying? Or some dogs got to them. They don't know. They always just miss what's going on, or just, you know what I'm saying? Or it happens as soon as they leave the room or leave a certain area. It happens. And only thing when it comes to them saying it was some evil or some demons, they saying it's evil or demons because of the bad stuff you know what I'm saying? Like, it was a lot of death that was going on.
It was a lot of death, but he didn't know what he didn't know what the death really was because you're focusing. Now you're kind of like in this movie. The POV character is probably this young Italian kid, who's trying to get into the mob, and he's seeing the demons. You know what I mean? Or whatever. We're seeing it from his point of view, and he's trying to get Smoke and Stack, while Smoke and Stack is out here doing their own thing, trying to get them to fight amongst each other. But they're fighting amongst each other because it's damn werewolves.
Right. Like it could be one of those stories where this young Italian kid is, trying to get put on, but he's also kind of they kind of like, hey, we're gonna put you with these two. And you're gonna work for them, and so he sees everything going on. He's trying to tell them, and they're like, "Man, get up out of here with that. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm saying, like, they, like you said, they might walk in and be like, damn, why is Billy on the floor?
Right.
And like, and you know, the mob boss is over there like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Exactly. It would just be crazy. Al Capone is a werewolf.
Al Capone.
I ain't gonna lie, it'd be kind of dope. You know what I mean? I ain't gonna lie, that'd be kind of dope. Because Al Capone is really a werewolf out here. Skinwalker.
Did y'all see or did you see Dre on, I don't know, you probably don't follow Mika, but My Time to Shine was like, what other black vampires is it?
Vampires.
I was like, oh my god, is that?
Oh,
that's why look here.
Abraham Lincoln, Vampire Slayer.
Yeah.
He was.
Look here, Latino.
They was
Latino
mad at
man
Tupac being a killer in that movie.
It was. Look here, Latino man. It's so bad that person didn't even know that there was, because I think he said besides Blade that there was Maximilian from Vampire in Brooklyn. He didn't know about.
I'm like, not Blackula,
he
not
didn't know about
Aaliyah.
Blackula, right? Like it's all of these black.
Not y'all got on
vampires.
Beyonce's internet saying there were no other black vampires.
Yeah, that was crazy.
People was. I think Tina was eating them. It was folks eating him up. I think Pam responded to that. It was very embarrassing for My Time to Shine to even post something as idiotic as that without actually just looking something up. Just looking it up. If we about to get up out of here, but I just want to, if I could find it, I just want to show you just how it, like I said, when it comes to black people, this is how much they don't know about us. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about in the John B way. They don't really care. Either they don't care for our stuff or they don't know our stuff. But I mean, is there any other well-known black vampire besides Blade? And when I tell you this thread, Pam, Eddie Murphy, Aaliyah, Wesley Snipes, Rutina, and those Louisiana vampires from Vampire Diaries in the original. Pam over here getting 1.8. You know what I'm saying? Likes. Yeah, look at my little like. I'm over here with the like. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, it's just
Maximilian.
It's just ridiculous to me.
Marcel.
This is and again, this goes back. They don't really care about our stories. They don't really care about our stories. They want to complain about our stories. They don't care about our stories until our stories get successful.
Blackula.
I remember watching that at my uncle's house. Blackula, and it was Blackula Returns or something like that.
That was the second one.
Part 2, yeah. I mean, I used to watch that with my uncle.
Scream Blackula.
Blackula Scream Black. Yeah, exactly. You know what I mean? But they don't care about our stories. So they get mad when we talk about representation. People forget Hollywood only is where it is, just like how Marvel is only where it is because of black folks. The black exploitation movement saved Hollywood. Yeah. It saved Hollywood. Marvel got saved, and they started Marvel Studios because of Blade, a black vampire. So let's stop it. I mean, come on. All right, I'm done.
Blackula. Yeah, Blade Mama. my pops went on leave, Mika, and he grew out the little pork chops.
I'm just saying, it kills me. You say, hell, what do y'all think of the conspiracy theory that My Time to Shine Hello is Gracie Randolph's burner account? I can see that. I actually can see that because she says some stuff. I'm like, what? So I stopped watching her.
Shaft, motherfucker.
Yeah, I stopped watching. But it's just crazy how they don't believe in our stories. The movie, Mika. You know which one I'm talking about. The one
surprise,
Supernatural.
All right, Roberta.
What's it? Supernatural voodoo.
You know what I'm talking about.
Like, I mean, we've always had supernatural horror movies.
Yeah.
They just don't know about
Sugar
it.
Hill.
Yeah, they just don't know about it.
If y'all never seen Sugar Hill, y'all need to go watch that.
Yeah, Sugar Hill.
It's on Tubi.
Not the Sugar Hill from
not
the
with
90s.
Wesley Snipes. Yeah. No, not Wesley
The Sugar
Snipes.
Hill from the 70s. Yeah. So I'm just saying.
what you call it? Revenge. Is a supernatural.
JD's
movie.
Revenge.
JD's Revenge.
Yeah. Like I said, we've been telling black horror stories. You know what I'm saying? Or black gothic horror, or you know.
Hey, Ryan Coogler, I need a remake of Sugar Hill. Like, yes.
Yeah. Hey, hey, with all of the black exploitation tropes that you could possibly find.
I need all that.
I know this job time cracker sucker ain't in my house.
You can't say none of that stuff that's in the movies now.
Cannot. Matter of fact, let me just say this before we start wrapping up. The movie theater I went to, it was a majority because it's called Old Town in Wichita, and it's majority white, and white folks was walking up and out of centers last night. I mean, up and out of centers.
Walking out.
They were
all the white folks. Why was cheering and enjoying.
The beginning of the movie.
The wrong white folks.
Yeah, the beginning of the movie. Well, Wichita is in that part of Wichita. Just saying, you know what I mean. But they were legitimately walking out. He said, "Play the trailer." I won't get in trouble for play. Okay, this is the last thing. We ain't gonna be here all night. This is the last thing. Voodoo woman.
So somebody yes, Sugar Hill is on Tubi right now. JD's Revenge was on, I mean, it's on Tubi. Sugar Hill's on Tubi. JD's Revenge was on Tubi. It's not on there anymore. So you have to watch that. You gotta watch that on Prime.
Hopefully,
or
I don't think I'm.
If you can find it on Pluto TV, I think it's on Pluto TV.
Because they were descendants of Remick.
And Remick wasn't even racist. He wasn't racist.
Spread love, y'all.
Spread love. He just want to have a good time, man. And he needed the music. He
Hey,
needed the
look,
music to have a good time.
I was watching when you was on Chill Stuff. I'm sorry. When they did the Irish thing, I ain't gonna lie, that shit was hype. And when they played the movies, I was doing my feet. Hey, look, that mug was dope. I don't care what y'all say.
Crazy that
stand corrected. JD's Revenge is on Tubi.
It is on Tubi.
Ooh.
It's on Tubi.
All right, this is the last thing we go show, but you got to see this to believe it.
Blood is red. Voodoo is blue. Sugar
I remember this.
is sweet. Revenge is sweeter.
I'm passing sentence.
Meet Sugar Hill. Not a place, but a brand new face.
My friends call me Sugar.
The foxiest,
Looking for anything special?
sexiest,
I'm
deadliest
bringing
chick in
Foxy back.
town. The mob took Sugar's man away.
I ain't kicking him.
And now she's gonna make them pay.
I want them dead.
With a voodoo priestess called Mama Matrace.
I know what you can do. The power you possess. How strong is your hate?
And Baron Samdi, too.
My particular special. A drink that I'm famous for. The zombie. This is my domain.
This is one of the funniest movies you'll ever watch.
Of the dead.
Let's go good.
And an army of undead behind her.
Them eyes is killing me.
Had something to do with
Ain't that Beyonce daddy?
ritual.
There's nothing
Stepdaddy.
Sugar can't
Oh, stepdaddy, my bad.
Use it.
That was Mama Jefferson.
The mob has never seen anything like Sugar Hill and her zombie hitmen.
So he's getting a massage.
Right, with the ashy ass hands.
Okay, listen now. I want y'all to go in with an open heart and an open mind. Yes, there are zombies in this movie, but do not think that they are like the zombies from Romero movies or from any other zombie movie that you've ever
These are
watched.
Haitian zombies, right?
These are Haitian zombies.
Yup.
They carry around knives and machetes.
Hey, when I tell you this movie will have you dying, it just the dialogue alone, because it's so 70s black exploitation.
Listen here, you jive turkey.
I know this sucker ain't touching my ride.
But yeah, it was just
Jive turkey has
I enjoy it.
It's awesome. I seen Gray in here too. Matter of fact, I might make one of the scenes from this movie the super chat. Because it's so funny. Look, Tina. Hey, look, Tina. No,
I mean,
I love
y'all.
movies.
Like I said, go in with an open heart, open mind.
what we
That this is from this movie takes place in the 70s. The dialogue is
We're
not.
not doing a watch party, Dre.
We should do a watch party of this movie.
We're not doing a watch party, Dre.
Okay, no watch party. All right, you see, I was trying to have the fun, and you see who eliminated that fun. That was Mama Jefferson, though. Who? This movie, hey, look, you just gotta watch it. You just gotta watch it.
Double feature.
Yeah, you gotta watch it. You gotta watch this and Mac Truck Jones.
Not Mac Truck Jones.
You gotta
I
watch
rented
this.
Mac Truck Jones one time, man. I don't even know why.
And
I was
honestly,
on my black exploration.
She said, add, you gotta add Sugar Hill to the
I've
Black
done that
Pearl.
before, and y'all failed. Y'all ain't know none of that.
We ain't gonna know none
Y'all
of
ain't know
that.
none of that. Y'all failed.
Yeah. It's so vague. That's a vague one.
I think I mentioned like JD's Revenge, and y'all was like, "What? Never seen that movie?"
Nah, I would have got JD.
I actually never seen JD's.
I seen J. I used JD Revenge on my mixtape, so I know.
Yeah,
about
JD's Revenge is a dope movie. It's a very dope movie. So, and
Yeah,
and it's not. And if y'all go on Tubi, there are a lot of black exploitation horror movies on there. All the Blackulas are on there. Obviously JD's Revenge and Sugar Hill, and then there's other ones that you can watch as well too.
Yeah. So
Is
make sure
that
you
with
go to
Grace
Tubi.
Jones, a black movie.
Who?
Vamp. What Grace Jones?
Vamps? Yeah.
Yeah. with
Is
Grace
it a
Jones.
black? Is it a black?
Is it a black
exploitation?
movie?
Black
Was it a black, like
movie?
calling that like a black vampire? You know, with
I
my
mean, it's a
time
vampire
Time?
movie.
Yeah.
It's a vampire movie, but it ain't a black vampire
You
movie.
want
Oh
to
yeah,
black.
y'all be forgetting about Grace Jones as a vampire too.
Yeah, Grace Jones.
Yeah. I didn't even know that until y'all just said that. I was like, yeah, okay.
Because I used to. It's not a good movie. I used to watch. My brother used to watch it all the time, so I would watch it, and I just remember the ending was so stupid. Then they was crawling out of the sewer at the end. Like they went into the club and ended up coming out the sewer, which didn't make sense to me.
It's not supposed to make sense. You're supposed to watch it and enjoy it. That's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to watch it and enjoy it.
So yeah.
All right, let's wrap
You're not
this
supposed.
thing.
You're not supposed to make sense of this movie. You're not supposed to make sense of those movies. You just watch it and just enjoy.
It's a vamp. It's an experience.
It is an experience that I don't want to experience again.
All right, let's go ahead and wrap this thing up. Mika, what you got coming up?
Oh yeah, okay. So Cinematic Nightmares just dropped a top 5 was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. Top 5 horror characters.
Not seen that.
Top 5 characters who deserve to die. My number one.
Burn in hell.
And I hope he burns in hell. I'm gonna be recording this weekend. First episode. I already got my guests lined up.
Yeah,
got my guests lined up. And we're gonna be talking. We're gonna do a season 1 recap of The Bondsman with Kevin Bacon.
That's a good one.
And
I'm
then
gonna be in that chat. It's gonna be live or you just record?
No, we're just recording.
Oh, okay. I'm gonna be
And
in that live.
then I'll probably do another top 5. I'm still debating. I still got 2 more days to think about it, but doing a 31 days of horror with vampire movies, but we'll see.
Supernatural voodoo woman.
We already did Black History Month.
Yeah,
Sorry.
she killed
Hold
us for
up.
Black History Month.
Yeah, I didn't see that. Where did somebody put that? Okay.
But yeah,
All right.
that's about
Yeah.
it.
So, and if you haven't subscribed to Cinematic Nightmares, you need to do that right now.
Right
You need
now.
to do it right now. You need to go on and do it. And don't be playing now. And shout out to my man Cornbread. All he wanted to do was go pee, and spread love.
I told you I had to go see a man about a dog.
Dog.
Man, why didn't he just go around the building?
I don't know.
Why he didn't go inside the building?
No, we ain't gonna talk about it. Could have went around the building.
He could have just stepped right out the back to the right,
you.
took a little, came right back in. I don't know why he had to go
Where
way
that
out to
ramp
the wood.
is. Yeah.
All you
where
had to
the
do is
ramp
go
was.
out and to the left and around the building.
Yeah, like just take a little, just
That man went.
wasn't
That
nobody
man went
finna come
half
in.
a mile
Everybody know what's going
away.
on.
He went half a mile away from the building. Go
Man,
take a
where you
piss.
going?
And then when he peeing, they like, hey, Cornbread.
Hey,
Peace, love, and
look.
joy. Peace, love, and joy.
As soon as you hear that tweet, you already listen.
Yeah, it's
Not saying the
over, game
cornbread.
over.
Not saying the cornbread not black. But as soon as we hear that twig snap,
Yeah,
we're heading back.
Peeing and all. Yeah, I done peed on myself. What's wrong? Pee in my hand. What you doing? Now, hey, look, this is twig snap.
The twig snap.
Twig snap.
I'm headed back.
That's crazy.
Why is the front of your pants wet?
Man,
Twig snap. I heard something.
It's some weird shit going on out here. That would have
It's
been,
dark
I
out
would have
here,
been
man.
him. It's dark out here. Some weird shit going on. Let me in. Let me in, Smoke. I'm sorry.
Shout out to the
Hey,
shout out
they
to
would've called
Cornbread's wife in the Crumlins because he
Yeah,
ain't never coming home.
Never coming home.
Delta
At
Sam
all.
did tell him to go right there.
Yeah.
Yeah. His family is gone. It's gone.
No money, no nothing, just done.
No money, just no nothing. No cornbread, no money.
No.
Just yeah. Well, at least she be free to go do what she need to do now, unlike every other wife in here. But
Right? All the other wives is out here getting
over
loose.
here getting chewed on. I ain't gonna lie, I cracked up seeing it for the second time. He was like, he found that button. I said, hey. I was not noticing the first time I seen it. He was like, "Will you find her button?"
Like salt water.
Look, but hold on, wait a minute. I was tripping because the first time I didn't catch it until I seen it the second time. He was telling Sammy how to eat it when they was driving.
Oh, you didn't catch it?
You didn't catch
I didn't catch it the first time because
come
I
on.
didn't. I told you the first time I went to go see it, there was a buzz in the speakers, and I'm like, "Oh, you gonna do the black movie? Gonna be bootleg today?" I bet you when I see Thunderbolts, it ain't gonna be no buzz in the movie. But I see the black movie is and you can hear. So I didn't catch it until I seen it on the good white folks screen.
That button tastes like a long walk to the juke joint.
Man,
Long walk to
that's
the
a long walk to the juke joint.
I gotta wise up. I walked here.
All right. Yeah. So what about you, Blue? What you got?
Just same old blues news, man. I'm gonna do something on Outkast being inducted to the Hall of Fame. I'm gonna talk about that. See what's going on more so with the Shannon Sharp situation. I don't know what I'm gonna do Thursday when I go live. I don't know yet. Got to figure that out. See what the week throw at me.
Yeah.
But,
He's hold on, wait a minute. He said, what about the Cools?
yeah, that's what she said. The Cools. That's what Mary said. She said you licked all up in my cools and left.
Oh yeah.
And
then I thought she said cool.
No, she said
okay, because
cool.
I ain't gonna lie, I was too busy laughing. I was too busy laughing to hear the dialogue, so I didn't know what she said.
You laugh?
Yeah, she was being extra loud, and I haven't watched it because I just got back into town. I drove in from Wichita, Kansas yesterday, so I got in last night. You know what I'm saying? I watched some. I don't know what I watched, and I went to sleep. So I didn't wake up until like 4:30 this afternoon. So
Let's take a long walk.
After dark, lick. It's gonna be a little salty down there.
Oh, man.
It might smell like lima beans, but you know.
And she had been dancing too. Man,
she was dancing, sweating, and singing. Oh yeah.
she's like, I need to clean up. He's like, I don't give a damn.
I mean, I do get it because she
like
is
a
beautiful.
witch's cauldron pot down there. That's what it tastes.
Sprinkle a little bit of this in there.
I am
He's something like soft water. Stack say, yeah, do y'all sweat till you stink? He did say that.
Till you stink.
He did say that.
Oh man,
like licking a
9-volt battery. Oh man,
that's why I ain't gonna lie. The first time I said it, I was like, yeah, she is beautiful. She fine as hell. But I was like, now, hold on, wait a minute. Did you bring up the song?
They had to eat that garlic.
Hold on, wait a minute. She didn't want to eat that garlic, but she didn't have no problem with him eating that garlic. With Sammy eating the garlic.
No, she didn't want him. She didn't want him to eat the garlic at first. At first, she had
to stop him. She didn't try to stop him. She was like,
she didn't try to. Yeah. Trying to stop him. Trying to stop him my ass.
With what working water, woman? With what?
Exactly.
Working water.
What you was gonna do? Put some Irish brew down there?
Some Irish brew.
Some Italian wine down there and scrub it?
It's already fermented.
I can't.
All right, I gotta work on the Last of Us part. the Irish, Lord have mercy. I gotta work on the Last of Us episode 3. I gotta watch it and then do my reaction to it afterwards. So stay tuned tonight. It'll be posted somewhere tonight. Lord have mercy. I don't know what I'm doing in the morning. Lord have mercy. This is somebody arrest that man.
Not some good moonshine. Jesus.
Good moonshine.
Now he's gonna be drunk. He's gonna be licking, just drunk, licking it.
Come on, man.
Nah, that cone liquor.
The cone liquor.
They got that cone.
Some of that good cone liquor.
They ain't had no shine. They had cone liquor.
Cone liquor. Pay you in these wooden pennies.
Bye, Josh. Thanks for stopping through.
All right. All right, now. All right, let's get up out of here. Because everybody like, let's good night. All right. After they done heard about licking 9-volt batteries. They're like, all right, good night. All right, let's get up out of here. Thank you so very much for tuning in to another episode of the Blur AF. For Dre Mac, for Bluminati, for Mika G. I gotta work on my fingers. There you go. Mickey G. We are up out of here. Make sure to subscribe to Blues House and to Cinematic Nightmares if you haven't, because y'all gonna be missing out. Y'all gonna be missing out if you ain't. All right, let's get up out of here. Peace and vibe higher, y'all. Let's get up out of here, man. Lick ass.